how to select the proper scale items for your space. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Design Cafe by Jag. My name is Judith and I am an interior designer. Today we're diving into an essential topic that can make or break your space. How to select the right scale items for your home. Whether it's furniture, art, or decor, getting the proportions right is the secret to a space that feels balanced and inviting. Come on, let's talk design.
She says she running away. She says she can't take it.
What is scale and why does it matter? I'm glad you asked. First, let's talk about what we mean by scale. Scale refers to the size of an item relative to the space it's in and the objects around it. That's very important. Too large and your space feels cramped. Too small and it can look awkward or unfinished. For example, a bulky sectional sofa might overwhelm a small living room, while a tiny piece of wall art can disappear on a massive wall. Getting scale right helps everything feel cohesive and proportional. The first thing you want to do before you purchase anything, before you hang anything, before you do anything, is you want to measure your space. Measuring your space is going to help you determine the scale of the items that you need. Step 1, always measure your space. Grab a measuring tape and take note of the length, the width, and the height of your room. Write down these dimensions and create a simple floor plan if needed. Here you will see that I am about to begin a new project in my space. So I am going to reupholster my bed, but I need to know how much. I don't remember how much fabric I used. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to take the measurements of my headboard, my front board, and my sideboards, and then I'm going to do the calculation so that I will know how much fabric I need to get. So you always need to get your width and your height and your depth, especially if you're dealing with fabric. This gives you a clear idea of what can fit without overcrowding the space. For example, in a smaller living room, aim for furniture with sleeker profiles or multifunctional designs. Next, when it comes to furniture, consider the visual weight. A sofa with low legs and arms visible underneath feels lighter than one that's chunky and solid. For a dining table, if your room is narrow, go for a round or extendable table to save space. Also, remember, this is very, very, very important. Always leave enough room for clearance. A good rule of thumb is at least 3 feet of walking space around your furniture. Guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and don't forget to tell a friend to tell another friend about this video. We are giving away free tips over here. If you have subscribed already and you have not hit that notification bell, I want you to stop right now. Go and hit the notification bell so every time that I upload a video, you will be the first to receive that notification and you would not miss out on these free gems that I'm giving, okay? So let's move on into the last half of this video and these tips I'm giving you on scale. Next, we're gonna jump into accessorizing your space with scale in mind. Now, let's talk accessories. When styling shelves or coffee tables, play with a mix of heights and textures. For example, pair a tall vase with a stack of books and a small candle. Do you see how this is coming together? Group items in odd numbers, like 3 or 5, for a more dramatic look. I love to do decors in 3s. I love to make groups of 3s. That 3 always works for me. I'm a minimalist, so when I go 5, it seems a little bit too much. So I like to make groupings of 3. And for wall art, the general rule is that it should be about 2/3 the width of the furniture it's above, like your sofa or even your bed. 2/3. What is 3/3? That's a hold. So imagine if you have a sofa that's 10 feet long. Well, that would be a perfectly scaled piece of artwork. And if you don't have an artwork that's
6 feet 8 long,
that's okay. You can put 2 artworks together to create that space. It's all about filling up 8 feet of space versus having one piece that may be that 8 feet.
here are some examples of how you can fill up a space. As you can see, filling up the space with shelves plus an artwork was perfect, and then adding multiple artwork for, let's say, something that is a sectional, or adding artwork in groups like this. So it all depends on your design style, which one of these will work for you.
Avoid these common mistakes. Choosing a rug that's too small. You know I have dragged this over and over, so we're not going to drag it today. But choosing a rug that is too small. Your rug should anchor the space with at least the front legs of your furniture on it. It should not be in front of your furniture. It should be under the furniture. So at least the front legs of your furniture needs to be on your rug. If you can go way under the furniture with the rug and you still have the beautiful anchorage there, that is also fine. But for the bare minimum, the front of your furniture, the legs of your furniture should be on the rug, not behind it, but on the rug. Next one is hanging curtains too low. Place them higher to create the illusion of taller ceilings. Placing your curtains too short in a room, especially a tall room, will start to dwarf the room and throw off the full balance of your space, and you don't want that. So you always want to place your curtains as high up to the ceiling as you can. I always use a rule of thumb is to try to leave it at, give a space of 3 inches. It depends on the room that I am styling. If I'm styling in a living room and we have really nice high ceilings and I can go all the way to the ceilings, I will. But if I'm styling in a room that say is 9 feet tall, that can give you a very odd number in terms of finding the right curtains. But if you're hanging it, like say over a glass door or over a door or even over a window, I always leave at least 3 inches from the ceiling come down. That's my rule of thumb. But also you still can hang it. It will still give that illusion of height, but you still can go to the ceiling. Guys, if you are loving what I am giving you thus far, don't forget that I offer design services, so you can definitely contact me down in the description. My contact information is there. Now let's get into this some more. The third thing is overloading your space with too many small pieces. I have hammered this over and over and over again. It's all about scale. If you have too many small pieces, it's going to throw off the balance of your design. This can make your room feel cluttered instead of cozy. And that is it, guys, for today's video on selecting the proper scale items for your space. Remember, scaling is all about balance and proportion. So take your time, measure and plan. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Design Cafe by Jag. Let me know down in the comments, what's your biggest design struggle? Maybe we'll do a video on that. Guys, I will see you on the next upload for Design Cafe by Jag.
Always remember, never let your budget dictate your style, but create a space that you love. Design for life.